Hey everyone, welcome back. I share simple and beautiful home decor tips to help you intentionally create a curated and cozy home. In today's video, we are going to be decorating for the holidays in my kitchen. We are going to keep things very simple and neutral, as this year for the holidays, I am really just craving that simplicity and the ability to just really enjoy my family. So I am keeping things just pretty simple in my home this year for the holiday season. If you enjoy this kind of home decor content, I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel, and thank you so much for taking the time to give this video a like. It really does help out my channel so much. So I'm really looking forward to sharing my ideas with you, so let's go ahead and get right into the decorating. Here is a quick look at the space before. I like to keep the base decor of my home neutral and simple, which makes adding in seasonal decor easy. I struggled a little this year with styling this shelf. I really was craving more simplistic decor. Originally, I had tried a layered garland here where I had mixed two different greeneries together, and it was just too much in my opinion. So I decided to go with just two simple Norfolk pines. I used command hooks and the green pipe cleaners to attach the garland to the shelf. I am bringing in that burgundy color that I used in the living room with a simple bow here on the side of the garland. I love that asymmetrical look and think it adds just a little something different to the space. I like to repeat the same color scheme throughout all of my spaces to create a cohesive look. I think burgundy is a great alternative to bright red if you're wanting just a little pop of color. I opted to tie a simple bow here, nothing fussy, and just let it hang down organically. I love using twinkle or fairy lights in my garlands to give my spaces that warm glow for the holidays, so I am just weaving in some of those to this piece of garland just to bring in that beautiful glow to this corner of my kitchen. One thing that I love to do to elevate the look of my trees is to put them in an aged vessel. I am adding this little tree to this rustic pot to give some height to this corner of the shelf. I am then going to layer in some plain white pitchers and then add a burgundy bow to the handle of one pitcher. Using ribbon is an inexpensive way to add subtle holiday touches to your existing decor. This glass cake stand is one of my favorite pieces to style on this shelf. I love how the light catches the glass. This is a family heirloom from when my husband was a child. On the other side of the shelf, I am going to add these wooden candlesticks to bring in some warmth in a natural element. I'll finish the look with this reindeer. I decided to add my white Christmas village to the shelves in my living room, so I was able to bring in the reindeer from those shelves. You will see later that I end up removing the bow from the reindeer because I thought it was just a little too much burgundy on this side of the shelf. Next, I'm going to add just a few holiday touches to my peg rails. First, I'm going to be bringing in this boxwood wreath, which I actually use often in my spring and summer decor, but just by adding a new ribbon, it gives the wreath a holiday look. I am all about reusing decor across seasons to get more bang for your buck when you invest in certain pieces. I always love it when I can find fun little pieces like these Santa mugs in a neutral color. White is my all-time fave because it gives your space a timeless look and just brightens the overall space. These mugs add a fun, whimsical touch for the holidays. Unfortunately, I can't quite remember where I picked these up. I think it may have been Hobby Lobby last year. Okay, so now we're going to get into a little DIY project here. I have had this print in my kitchen for quite a while and it's very summery, but I absolutely love the vintage frame, so I thought I would just add a photo right on top of the print. I had a wintry Etsy photo printed in a 16 by 20 size. You'll want to measure the print that you are covering and then size up just a little in the print to give you some extra room for cutting. I measured out the photo and just cut it down to size. I went over just a hair on the measurement just to give me a little bit of room to tuck the picture in the frame to hold it in place. That way I didn't have to use any kind of tape and avoid damaging the print underneath. This was a very inexpensive little project and I reused decor that I already had. To complete the look here on the counter, I am just adding in these neutral colored gingerbread houses from the at-home store, and then I'm going to tie two simple bows around the tops of my canisters. I was really excited to get to style my new kitchen table for the holidays this year. This is the first time I've had a kitchen table in this space for several years. I used to have my kiddos' toys over here and we recently relocated those into our living room. So I started out the styling with this beautiful arrangement that is a mixture of the Norfolk pines and some thistle stems from Hobby Lobby in a burgundy color. Next, I am adding in this antique wooden bowl that I picked up from the Magnolia Market vintage drop a couple months ago. One thing I really wanted for the holidays this year was to bring in some pieces that gave my spaces that vintage and heirloom look and feel. As bowl filler, I am adding in these gold pine cones and mixing in some glass ornaments that have gold details. Just to give a more casual, lived-in look and feel, I am adding my Cozy for All Seasons book open to a Christmas page. To finish the look for the table, I am adding these mini juniper wreaths I picked up during an after Christmas sale at Target last year. I love to add little touches of berries here and there to add that festive feeling in a slightly different way. I don't believe I have seen these back this year at Target, but I have seen some other mini wreath options. I am bringing in that same ivory ribbon that I used on the canisters just to create that cohesive look in the styling. Next, I'm going to work on styling my kitchen counter. Again, I am all about investing in decor pieces that can be used across many seasons. I love this tray for that exact reason. It grounds the vignettes I create on my counter and just gives a more put together look. I am bringing in this vintage inspired base from HomeGoods. I have my Etsy Norfolk Pines paired with some lightly frosted pine cone picks from Michaels. I am adding in these large pine cone picks that I picked up at Wegmans just for some added visual interest and texture. Next, I am bringing in this whitewashed dough bowl. I am adding a cream colored dish towel, and then I will fill the bowl with some pine cones. To bring in more of that burgundy color, I am incorporating these sugared apples that I found in the Target dollar spot back in the fall time. Pomegranates would also be a really pretty bowl filler for the holidays. To To give a little height to the grouping, I am adding some cookbooks, and to the top of the cookbook I am adding this vintage bell that I found at HomeGoods. I just changed out the ribbon to incorporate more of that ivory frayed ribbon that I use with the chairs and also on the canisters. Finally, I like to go back and add in some of the pieces that I used as bowl filler on the outside of the bowl just to give it a little bit of interest. I like to think outside the box a little bit with my decor and also keep things very budget friendly. I am using this little faux tree and adding it to a coffee mug and then styling that on the tray where I keep some of my cooking essentials. Mugs are the perfect little vessels for your holiday trees. I keep this cookbook on my counter year round, but I wanted to dress it up a little bit for the holidays, so all I'm doing is using more of that ivory ribbon and tying a simple bow. For this next grouping, I am starting with another pot and adding in a mini tree. Next, I am incorporating a small white pitcher, and paired with that, I am incorporating this gold bell candle to bring in that antique look to this side of the kitchen. On the other side of the counter, I am adding back in my diffuser just because this is the spot where I always keep it in my kitchen. One of the things that I love to do is to incorporate fresh flowers into my kitchen whenever I can. I happened upon these really sweet and delicate white roses, and I just love how they look in this little white pitcher with the burgundy bow tied around the handle. In this hanging basket, all I did was swap out the greenery for something a little more wintry and then added a bow using that same frayed ivory ribbon. Okay, so this little Butler's pantry area of our kitchen is super hard to film, so please forgive me that the lighting really isn't the best. It's just a pretty dark area of our kitchen. I did want to add in just a few holiday touches over here when we make our coffee every morning. Last year I created a hot cocoa bar over here, but again this year I was just craving simplicity, so all I decided to do was bring in this little cream and sugar set and then add these cute little knitted trees. Here is how everything came together. I think that it is just enough to bring in that festive feeling to the kitchen without being too overpowering. I wanted to take just a minute to thank all of you and tell you how much I appreciate all of the sweet comments and those who take the time to comment on my videos. It really does mean the absolute world to me and really makes my day. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you got some ideas for the holiday season for your home from this video. If you enjoy this kind of home decor content, a really wonderful way to show your support is to give this video a like and to hit that subscribe button. I still have lots more holiday decorating to share with you, and I will see y'all soon in my next one.